Hi, my name is Renee Todd. I'm a team accountability coach for entrepreneurs. And I just have Tara here, Washington here with me today. And we are going to talk about the hiring process for VAs and business owners. So let's go ahead and have Tara introduce herself.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me, Renee. I am Tara Washington, founder of Tara's Virtual Outsourcing Solutions, and I connect business owners, business professionals that need to hire VAs. I connect them with virtual assistants.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And so I have a list of questions here. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We'll see if anyone comes live and has any other questions as well.
Sounds good.
The first question I have is, what is the first thing you ask when making a connection? So what is the very first thing, the very first box you have to tick when you're making a connection?
That's a very good question, Renee. The first thing I typically ask on the VA side would be, why do they want to work with the business owner they want to work with? The virtual space is so big, and you have people that have a passion for what they do. They're dedicated to it. And, some that maybe haven't found their place yet might be just working with businesses here and there. And it's not really that they have their heart into it. I don't ever want to connect a client with a VA that isn't going to be truly invested in supporting that person. So that's the biggest thing I ask is, why do you want to do what you're doing? To know where their heart is with it, because when you're showing up to work for a business owner, you're helping to be the face and represent that business. And, the support that you give, it reflects on them. And it's very important.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that. Making those connections from a heart space and not just a space of, well, this is the work I have to do.
That's right.
Yeah, that's actually kind of like what I do as well as a team coach, is helping people really not just show up and do the work, but be happy.
Exactly. And that's a big piece, because you have to like what you do, or else you're not going to show up and do a good job.
Right.
You're just not.
I've been there. I haven't done a good job.
And then everybody pays for it. You're going to suffer, and then whoever you're working with is going to fall upon them as well. And it affects the bottom line. It really does.
Right. Yeah. So important. So my next question is, what is a red flag when you are in the connection process?
For which side do you mean exactly? On the VA side, the business side, owner side?
Whichever. We can actually cover both if you don't mind. Just one from the VA side and one from the business owner sides.
Let's talk on the VA side first. I would say maybe having the VA that will show up in an interview, and even maybe show up in their resume application or what have you, however they're applying, for them to say that they can check all the boxes and do all the things. They're perfect at everything. Nobody's perfect at everything. Everybody has weaknesses. That's why the business owner's hiring you, to help save time, to help outsource in ways so they can grow. So there's a need there, right? Well, you need to play to their weaknesses, but you have them too. We all have weaknesses. So,
right.
For the person that can be honest and real about what they can and can't do, I want to hear that, instead of, oh, I can do all the things. No, we can't do all the things. It doesn't work that way.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
So true.
The business owner side, what's a red flag? I wouldn't say maybe a red flag, but more so something I would want to dig into more with them before they've really decided to hire would be, where are they spending their time? What do they really need to hire for? Are they really ready to hire? Because sometimes it can be a matter of the way we're being productive in our day with our time. And it might not be the right time to hire. Maybe there's things you can do differently that can help you until you are ready to hire. So it's kind of honing in on where am I spending my time? You know, what can I do to make my day differently, um, versus hiring off the fly. You know, it's to me, it's not a process that's like that. It takes time. We don't hire quickly. You know, it's a process. Let's see what you need to offload first, the small things first, rather than outsourcing the big stuff, and then we can grow into outsourcing more later on.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I had a client that told me, she's like, I hired somebody and now I don't know why I did that.
Exactly. Having that clarity beforehand is very important, because if you don't, you might hire them and they're not doing anything. And it's like, why did you hire them?
Right.
They don't know how to help you. You don't know what to tell them to do.
Right.
So,
Yeah. That's exactly what happened too, is like, she's not doing anything because I'm doing it too. Like we're both doing the same work.
and that makes me feel like the fear of letting go of the thing,
Yeah.
would play a part in that too.
Yes, I totally understand that. I know I'm not ready to hire right now, but I definitely want to. But just life in general, I definitely have had times where I've had to let things go. Like I had the perfectionism of it being done exactly how I want to go. Otherwise, it just makes your brain go crazy if you don't do it. So that's so important to talk about in business.
I get it. And you know, at the end of the day, nothing is ever going to be perfect. It's not supposed to be. And we're going to grow from our trial and error.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So true. So that kind of goes into my next question. Why would hiring you be important? Why is your position important when it comes to the process of hiring somebody?
It is important because a business owner, to me, needs to know their options when they hire. There are some business owners that don't even realize what a VA is and how they can help them, for one, right? So whether your business is online or offline, you can still utilize a VA. You know, maybe you're an in-person business, but a portion of your business is online, like maybe your social media. A VA can handle that for you. So, um, as far as the VA side, me being a VA starting out a few years ago, I was the quiet one, right? I'm just now breaking out to be more visible. So the quiet ones are usually in the background. You never really see them, but there's a lot of them that are really good at what they do. They don't market themselves. They might apply to job ops and they might be scared to show up in a way that puts them out there for a business owner to say, hey, they're the one I want to work with, you know? So they don't really get a chance because they're buried underneath all the other people that are out there and putting their wonderful services out there for the whole world to see. You know, so it's like they struggle forever to get a client to work with. You know, so working with training some women from Kenya and hiring for some business owners, I've seen amazing people that can do amazing things. You know, their skill set's great, their personalities are awesome, their dedication is second to none, and they're just in the background of everybody else and nobody knows they're there, you know? So when I put up a job out for a client, I have the chance to connect with these people and really dig into them and see who they are and what they have to offer. So
Right.
it gives them an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. I love that, especially because I feel like the hiring process for people is very tedious. Like they don't want to go through the process of interviewing a bunch of people. So they hurry up and get it done.
Yeah.
So you save that time and provide that certainty in the connection that they're building. They're like, okay, she's done the work. She's gone through, made sure that they are qualified for me personally, because she's made sure I'm she's done her work on my side. So I know she knows what I need.
Right.
So That's awesome. That's amazing work. That really
Thank
is
you.
the workplace. Yes.
Thanks. It is important.
Yes, it really is. And so that goes into my next question, which I know you are super passionate about this work because I've been talking to you and I can see how passionate you are about bettering people's lives. Like, it's not even just about the money. Like, it's not even about like making sure everybody is getting their money. It's making sure that you're bettering their lives in so many ways. So why is it your passion to make these connections? Like, what made you go from a VA to connecting VA?
I realized that being the VA wasn't my passion. Excuse me. When I moved from that space, I connected with a group of lovely women and I began training them. And I realized how hard it was for them to get opportunities. And, you know, I trained them on a lot of different things, but even before that, there was a lot they knew how to do. But it was just that they weren't given a chance online. It was like, oh my gosh, these people are awesome. Like, they're sitting here with these skills and they're so dedicated. Like, why shouldn't they have an opportunity? You know? And that hurts my heart to see that because they've taken courses, they've done training just like everybody else online, but they don't have the same opportunity all the time.
Mm-hmm.
People from overseas don't always have the same opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that everybody should have the same opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And also, I go ahead. Go ahead.
I just feel like, you know, it's easier for someone in the US, and I'm not a racist of any kind. I love everybody, but it's excuse me. It's easier for someone in the US to get hired than someone that doesn't live in the US. So kind of wanting to be that bridge that gap, you know,
Yes.
wanting to bridge that gap. So we have work to do in that area, but I'm determined to help get that done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I loved how we spoke about previously how you explained how they are so much cheaper, but imagine if they got paid the same amount of regular VA, because they're still regular VAs. We have such a problem of them shorting out.
That's right.
Yeah. So that mental health training that you're providing to people, that mindset training, like, no, you're worth it.
That's right. They are. Yeah. 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 And awareness needs to be raised around that too. I personally feel because of someone is in a different location than us, they shouldn't be paid a few dollars an hour because they had to learn how to do what they're doing for you. They are taking tasks off your plate. They're making your life and your business easier. And they're helping your business to grow and make money. They are invaluable and they deserve more than that. I definitely stand behind that.
100%. 100%. I know. And it gave me a new mindset because when I was thinking about hiring, I knew I was going to pay a lot for it. Like, I was like, well, I'm going to pay for somebody who has the skills. So I know it's not going to be cheap.
Right.
And so that completely disregards the people that charge the lower amounts, because I just naturally, as the mind works when we're hiring people, when or just buying anything in general, when it's a lower amount versus a higher amount, we assume that the higher amount has more quality.
Right.
And then also when it came to me hiring somebody, I didn't even really think about hiring somebody for that the small amount of money. But now I know in my heart of hearts that I'm going to hire somebody through you. Because, yeah, 100%. Because I know that it's important to me to help better people's lives. And if I could buddy what I was going to pay another person anyways, but it changed their life dramatically,
yeah,
I could do it.
That's right. Amen. I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. So I don't have any other questions for you. Do you want to say anything else? Actually, I do. Yeah. Where can we find you online? Is it you're only on Facebook, right?
I am only on Facebook right now, hoping to expand going into the new year, opening this up to do some big things here.
Yeah,
Right now my business page is Tara's Virtual Outsourcing Solution. So, if anybody needs any support, you can reach out to me there, or my personal page as well.
beautiful. Oh, and it will be tagged. So if you're watching this video on the replay, her profile will be tagged. And feel free to reach out to her with any outsourcing questions and needs, because as you can tell, she's just amazing and had just a beautiful spirit. And I'm so happy to have been connected with her and learn this kind of stuff as a business owner. You don't really necessarily think about it, as I said earlier. And so she really opened up my mind to the possibilities of just being a better business owner. Which I think is our goal all together,
right,
to be a good business owner.
And it's not that we're anybody's bad. It's just that maybe some people just don't know and they don't understand. And when we can educate them and tell them, it feels better and it comes across different versus saying you guys are bad because you discriminate against. Well, not everybody does that. There's some that do, unfortunately, and it's okay, but that's how they want to be. But there's some that will hire and they're open and they don't understand how things work. So it's up to us, when we're trying to make a difference and help change things, to educate people on their options.
Sorry, my kid came in here.
That's okay.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I don't know what else to say because I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just saying that it doesn't make a business owner bad because they won't hire outside the US. Some have their preference, and I respect that. But some that are open, might just need to understand what their options are, Right. So when we can raise the awareness and teach them, then they know better and they'll do better, and everybody wins. That's the goal. It's not for just you to win or just Jane to win or Charlie or whoever else. We're all supposed to win because we're all connected. We're all people, right?
Yes, so true, so powerful. Well, that is a beautiful note to end this on. You don't know till you know, right? You don't know.
Right. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course.